Happy Saturday. Today we have a nice squat workout planned. I'm gonna bring you guys through that and also with the warm up. And we're gonna talk about the Reebok Legacy 2 lifters or Reebok Legacy Lifter 2s, which I'm gonna be trying out today and see if I wanna switch to those for the meet. But before we go, I just slammed some breakfast, full cup of oatmeal, 3 eggs, some mild cheddar cheese, and an orange. But we're gonna take the dogs to the dog park.
I've won and now I'm gonna lose. Go get the fucking copies. What?
Vlogging, man. Just vlogging.
No way, I'm using a
You're using a straw?
using a straw, I'm using a plastic
Do you have
container.
turtles? Do you hate the turtles?
I am just.
I didn't get a straw. Maui, do you know where we are? Maui? Where are we? Where are we? We're gonna play at the ball? We're gonna play at the ball? Buddy, where are we at?
Look at my happy guy. Oh, just a happy guy. Oh, just a look at that the happy dog.
So for my warm-ups for this powerlifting meet prep, I've been playing with a couple of different movements, and two staples that have been in every single squat warm-up include this leg extension with a 1 to 2 second hold with a lighter load. The goal here is to create a bunch of stability at the hips and really focus on what the quads are doing. So that forceful contraction and that nice 1 to 2 second hold helps, one, warm up my knees, but just two, get my quads feeling good and ready for squats. The second movement that I've been loving is this front loaded sandbag squat. And why I do this is because I want to cue the ribs and the pelvis to be stacked more or less over one another versus extended. So when we back squat, we tend to flare up the chest naturally, which is gonna happen, which is totally normal, but this helps me kind of cue that more stacked position. Now, throughout my singles here, I'm gonna admit that I forgot to film some. Honestly, like today was a training session where it was like, get in, get the work done, get the head down, and move some weight. So we were trying out the Legacy Lifter 2s here. I missed, like I think 3 sets in between that first set and this set. The first 4 singles were 315, 325, 335, 345, and then I believe, or I missed 2 sets actually. But that being said, check out this rep here. So the Legacy Lifter 2's heel is a tad higher than the Rom 3's. So I had to dial that in and just reconfigure what I was doing in my squat session here. So basically what that means is like with a slightly more elevated heel, you're gonna have a bit more forward knee translation naturally. So in my case, having long ass legs, it helps me a lot, but at the same time, that even the slight difference from the Rom 3's to this makes me have to kind of focus on what my hips are doing, especially out of the hole. Because you saw I came up on my toes in that one rep, now I just have to think about getting my knees forward, but also pulling my hips slightly under me to create momentum from both the knee and the hip angles. Check it, boom, right out of the hole, we see the knees come forward a tad, and then we see the hips come up, and it's like I'm pulling those two things together to create that nice upward momentum and create a nice mid-foot bar position. And that is huge. And I think that as you watch these singles, obviously, like I'm built very differently than you, so don't expect your squat to look exactly the same, but the consistencies here, I was very happy with. So when I walk the weight out, I'm doing my 3-step walkout, which is key. And before I actually squat, there are a couple different things I'm doing. I'm actually holding the weight a little bit longer on my back than I normally would, because as I ramp back up and get used to the loads again with my powerlifting meet prep, I need to train my nervous system to get used to handling heavier loads. So by holding it for a second or two, it's helping, number one, build my confidence as a lifter with these various loads, but number two, just prep my body as a whole to handling and moving weight. So we're in our four last singles right now. So we had 360, 370, 380, and 390 planned, but guys, I'm just a straight dumbass, and I accidentally misloaded these last 2 singles. So this 370 felt really good and really smooth. And at this point, like I was really brain dead, and your man's not that great at math. I'm a writer, I'm not a mathematician. And so I accidentally misloaded to my 3rd set for 390, which was supposed to be my last single programmed. And yeah, we'll just watch how this moved really fast. So that was the first rep of this whole prep, where I think the fatigue is finally kicking in a little bit, not to make the rep really challenging or break down mechanics, but just make me aware that the weight is getting a little bit heavier. So honestly, thinking that this was 390, I'm actually really stoked with how this 400 moved. Like, it felt heavy, yes, but it moved well, and overall I was very happy with my performance there. We finished off the day with some leg extension hypertrophy work. We did some hamstring curl work and a couple of other exercises. I did not film them because quite honestly I was fried, but that was the workout. Don't mind my post-shower appearance in this rag of a t-shirt. We're lounging now. We have some Pedialyte and we are relaxing for the rest of the day. But Legacy Lifter 2s, let's talk about them. So 2 things right out of the gate that I really enjoy about this model. Number 1, it looks like they brought in the toe box. If you had the previous Legacy Lifter, the toe box was a bit wider in nature. And for me as someone with like more of a narrow foot, like I like being able to splay my toes, but at the same time, I don't want to feel like I'm swimming, and it just felt like there was excessive room in the toe box for really no reason, and honestly the first lifter. So the Legacy Lifter 2, I love this reworked toe box. It looks like they brought in the last width a little bit in this model. The second thing that I like is the overall boot construction. So this plastic TPU wrap back here reminds me a bit of the Reebok Nano X Froning, but the boot feels very secure and it's a bit thicker with its material, so you really feel locked down. And honestly, for my first squat session in these, I will be switching these for my meet. I am ditching the Romaleos. I am a big fan of these. So we'll see how they do over the next couple of weeks as I continue my prep. I'm 4 weeks out now, so I'll keep you guys updated there. Expect a review coming soon, but overall, I've been a fan. Now, do note, I haven't tested these for any Olympic lifts yet, so I am curious to see if like this heavier heeled material is gonna actually be kind of a turnoff for them, but we will see. And also on the horizon, before we wrap this video up, because I don't wanna talk too long here, we do have the Reebok Hit TR on the horizon. I wore this for the first time the other day, and overall it was pretty good. Like, I was intrigued by this sock liner back here, so check this out. There's not really a formal tongue. It's just a sock liner within this. So I'm really interested to see how this shoe performs and who it would be best for, because with this, it's obviously designed for HIIT training, but like, what else can you use it for? Is it worth just a recreational lifter grabbing for like a day-to-day shoe and some casual lifts? We will see. But guys, that all being said, I'm pretty freaking exhausted, and honestly, like, I don't know how some of these people who do vlogs all day do it when they get done training or they're just really tired. Like, how do you keep going? Like, I just want to lay down and not talk to the camera for a little bit, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I will see you guys in the next one. Drop a like on the video, drop subscribe to the channel. Hit me in the comments with any thoughts on videos coming up. I will be in New York City for 3 weeks, starting Tuesday. I have a lot of cool collabs planned out there with old friends when I used to live out there, so expect some cool stuff coming your way, but I'll see you guys.